Hello, it's Ivan. I would like to talk today about the 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 habitable planets that we could, in theory, colonize without too much terraforming activity, which personally I am unaware of how to do that, but I'm sure engineers could figure it out. I think we could colonize with maybe a little planetary alteration or change. We could possibly colonize the moon. We could possibly colonize one of Venus's Lagrange points, stable Lagrange points. We could create an artificial satellite to we may have a bit of trouble facilitating such of an endeavor, but we could do it, and we could also possibly or habitate the Mercury Lagrange points, and also on the other end, well, we could obviously facilitate the Earth Lagrange points, the stable ones, L2 and 3, or maybe 1. I forget exactly which Lagrange points are stable, but we could facilitate them. Also, the Martian Lagrange points, if we are unable to colonize the surface, we maybe could colonize the Lagrangian points, but we also could, we could establish a human settlement around in the Lagrange points of the Jupiter moon Europa. Europa gets a lot of sunlight, and we could maybe establish a colony utilizing a Lagrange point of that entity. We could also establish a colony around the moon of Ceres, or actually it's scientifically referred to as a dwarf planet, and we could possibly even explore its surface. We could set up shop on that small world, and we could establish a colony. That world may be preferable to Mars for establishing a colony on. But back to in our solar system, there are many dwarf planets, of which Pluto is one, and Pluto has moons. It's a dwarf planet, but the moons are called, I forget their names, but there are moons, and they are cool. They may be cold. However, I believe I read that there is an asteroid or moon or something out there emitting as much luminosity as, or not quite as much, but 3% the luminosity emitted from our moon, which could be quite bright in the darkness of space. Also, there is another big dwarf planet Sedna out there, and there are a bunch of others, like 8 others, that I currently do not know the names of them, but I know they are there, and I am not aware of the star that is the closest beyond. I don't know, because I think the closest star system to us is that Proxima Centauri, or Alpha Centauri, and that is close, 4.2 light years from us. I doubt it is I don't know if that is out by Pluto, but it is probably in the Western Hemisphere. I don't know how, and if it moves, I would assume it does, though. But enjoy. Okay. Have a good night. Goodbye.